Why won't MoneyLion let me borrow money? It is a question that can send a shiver right down your spine when you are sitting at your kitchen table, looking at an unexpected bill and tapping your phone screen only to see that dreaded word, denied. Or maybe you have used their Instacash feature before, and suddenly, without warning, your limit dropped from $300 down to zero. You feel excluded, you feel frustrated, and let's be completely honest, you feel a deep sense of fear. When you are retired, or when you are standing right on the precipice of retirement, your relationship with money changes dramatically. You no longer have the luxury of waiting for next Friday's corporate paycheck to smooth over a rough patch. Once you understand the math behind their system, you can regain control. First, we must clarify what MoneyLion actually is, because misunderstanding the tool is where the trouble begins. MoneyLion is not a traditional neighborhood bank where you sit across a mahogany desk from a loan officer who knows your family name. Their primary short-term borrowing tool is called Instacash. It is a cash advance, not a traditional personal loan. They are looking at your financial behavior through an automated lens. They don't do a hard credit check for Instacash. They do not care that you have a perfect FICO score built over 40 years of paying your mortgage on time. They are looking at one thing and one thing only, your immediate, predictable cash flow. MoneyLion requires your linked external checking account to be at least 60 days old, to be registered in your exact legal name, and to maintain a positive balance history. If your account has dipped into the negative recently, if you have experienced overdrafts or bounce checks, the system flags your account as high risk. It does not matter if the overdraft was an honest mistake because a utility bill hit 2 days early. To a computer program, a negative balance means instability. Furthermore, if you recently changed banks to get a better interest rate or lower fees, which is a smart financial move in theory, and you linked this brand new account to MoneyLion, the system will reject your borrowing request because it does not have 2 months of historical data to evaluate. It has no memory of your good behavior. The third roadblock is what I call the in-process trap. If you have used Instacash in the past, and you set up automatic repayment, you might think you are in the clear the moment your deposit arrives. But banking systems operate on processing cycles. If your repayment is currently marked as in process, the system locks your ability to take out a new advance until the previous transaction completely clears and settles. This can take anywhere from 24 hours to several business days, depending on whether a weekend or a federal holiday falls in the middle of the week. Tapping the button repeatedly while a payment is pending will only result in repeated denials. Now that we know the problems, let us talk about your actionable takeaways, because I never want you to sit in fear when you can stand in your power. If you need to restore your borrowing privilege on MoneyLion, you must feed the algorithm exactly what it wants to see. Your first step is to audit your deposits. Look at your bank statement. Are your retirement income streams landing via official institutional direct deposit? If you are receiving physical pension checks and using mobile deposit, or if you are receiving funds through peer-to-peer apps like Venmo or Zelle from a family member, you must change this. Work with your pension administrator or the Social Security Administration to ensure your benefits are deposited electronically and directly into your primary checking account. The system needs to see at least 3 consecutive, recurring deposits on a consistent schedule, whether that is monthly, semi-monthly, or bi-weekly, before it will unlock your ability to borrow. Your second step is to ensure absolute data alignment. This sounds simple, but it trips up thousands of people. The exact name, phone number, and address on your MoneyLion profile must match the public records and the exact registration details of your linked bank account. If you use a prepaid card, a landline number, or a voice-over IP digital phone number for your profile, MoneyLion's security protocol will flag it and block your account for identity verification. Update your profile using a valid mobile number and ensure your legal name matches your bank account perfectly. Your third option, if you want to bypass the wait times of an external bank entirely, is to utilize MoneyLion's own banking ecosystem, known as Roar Money. When you set up your recurring retirement deposits directly into a Roar Money account, the system can analyze the data internally without waiting for external banking rails. This often unlocks higher initial borrowing limits, sometimes up to 30% of your recurring deposit amount, capped at certain regulatory maximums. But I must give you a critical warning, peer-to-peer, heart-to-heart. While tools like Instacash can help you navigate a 48-hour liquidity crunch without turning to predatory payday lenders, they are a temporary patch, not a permanent financial foundation. Relying on short-term advances to pay for basic living expenses in retirement is a symptom of a deeper structural issue in your budget. If you are constantly borrowing $25 or $50 just to make it to the day your Social Security check arrives, you are trapped in a cycle of borrowing from your future self to pay for your past. That is a dangerous way to live when you are on a fixed income. Use this moment of denial not as a source of despair, but as an urgent wake-up call to look at your cash flow. Track every single penny that enters and exits your household. Ensure your essential expenses, your housing, your healthcare, your food, are completely covered by your guaranteed retirement income. Protect your checking account from overdrafts, align your deposit schedules, and treat these digital borrowing tools as emergency escape hatches, never as everyday crutches. You have worked too hard for too many years to let an algorithm dictate your peace of mind. Take control of your accounts, understand the rules of the system, and secure